Meanwhile, all 9 workers continue to be detained at the Orange County Jail, and they're waiting to be processed for possible deportation.
Emergency dispatchers have a job that few people would want. They have to keep their cool while making sure you get the help you need during an emergency. News 13's SarykarmenRivera goes inside the Orange County's dispatch center to speak to the very people who often serve as your first line of defense.
The lights are dim inside the Orange County Communications and Dispatch Center. Inside, 168 employees who make sure that when you call 911, you get the help you need. 80-year-old Jackie Maddox is one of those people. She has spent nearly 25 years working in the dispatch center, and she handles many kinds of calls. But she says one call will always stick in her mind.
It was when I was on the desk and a little 7-year-old boy hung himself by accident. That will stay with me forever. But you just get over it and go back to another time and go to the happy parts.
It's not an easy job. Dispatchers sometimes handle more than 100 calls per hour, but each call gives them a chance to help someone in need, and sometimes even help solve a crime. Clary Hernandez received a 911 call from a man who said his friend had been raped and kidnapped.
And the only thing that I really had, because I called the company that handles that cell phone in particular, and the only thing that they could give me was the billing address, which was in Orlando. So I sent deputies there, but then it dawned on me to call, the company again and ask them if they could tell me where the last call came from that cell, and they gave it to me in another county. So I called them and let them know, and they sent deputies, and the girl was being raped numerous times by different people and being brought back and forth from Orlando to Tampa. And they were able to, St. Petersburg Police was able to catch them in the act.
Last year, Orange County Sheriff's dispatchers handled 1.2 million calls, an average of nearly 3,300 a day. In Orange County, SarykarmenRivera, News 13. Luz Roman had just moved from New York just 4 months before an October night blaze destroyed her apartment unit at the Villa del Sol community in Kissimmee. She and 13 other families were left homeless.
It's not something you look forward to when you're leaving one state to better yourself.
Kissimmee's fire chief says there is evidence supporting an anonymous caller's story about someone burning a beehive incident with hairspray. According to this caller, the involved parties thought the fire would die, but it didn't. Instead, it destroyed 9 units. Today, that incident is in the past as Kissimmee Commissioner Carlos Irizarry and community leaders at the Puerto Rican Cultural Center honored these victims with a warm Thanksgiving meal.
If I don't know you, much people say I don't want to help you, but they open their arms, and we're really thankful for that.
This group of community leaders and local churches offered a special dinner filled with Latino comfort foods and traditional turkey and gravy to all those families who suffered the biggest loss.
I think that this community came up and gave everything they have without knowing each other.
I thought I was gonna start from scratch, nothing, and just everything. Like every time you get a phone call, oh, come pick this up, come get this, come get that. It's like, wow, I'm gonna get it. I need it. I don't have it.
2 of the 3 families gathered at this event have found a new home. One of them is just waiting for that special phone call throughout this week. But all of them say they will definitely get back to the community as soon as they can. In Osceola County, SarykarmenRivera, News 13. Despite the rulings, the group Food Not for Bombs says they're not stopping and they're returning here each and every Wednesday. The mayor says that they will use police force if necessary. Not only is the King of Ranchera starting the U.S. tour in Central Florida, he will also be the first artist to sing at the Amway Center.
He's just an institution when it comes to ranchero, and he is probably the epitome of a representative of that music. We couldn't have asked for anyone at a higher stature to represent the Latin community.
Vicente Fernandez is considered an icon amongst Latin Americans. He's shared the stage with other idols like Mark Anthony, and he's won several Latin Grammys and billboards. His style is classic rancheras, think polka with a strong Spanish troubadour in the background. These songs honor love and Mexican traditions. One thing Señor Vicente is known for is for his charro gear. He will not go on stage without the big sombrero and ornately embroidered suit. just like the ones mariachis wear. But just how big is this Amway Center concert? Well, take a look. The concert is almost sold out.
I think it's going to be a great opening act. I think it's going to be great for the community since we have such a large Hispanic community here. Unfortunately, the Eagles obviously didn't make it, but it should be a great show.
And at the age of 70, he continues to consistently fill stadiums across the world. Some fans even say the Amway Center may be too small to accommodate all of his fans. The Amway Center has more than 18,000 seats available, yet Vicente is known for packing 50,000 plus arenas and coliseums in Latin America and Spain. SarykarmenRivera, News 13.